What's going on, subscribers? This is your boy. I want to talk about really quickly about following through with what you are trying to succeed in. If you are trying to stop dog pulling, leash pulling, you're trying to stop leash pulling. The harnesses is the reason why dogs pull. It actually increases more pull when you use the harness. Whenever I tell my clients that first I have to start off with removing the harness, they all get all weird and the neck and all that. Do your research. No caller has ever hurt a dog that has been healthy. Just doesn't happen. Secondly, outside of the harness, it goes right back to what you've heard before. Lack of leadership. Your dog is going to pull you in the direction he wants to go because he's telling you, I want to go over here. So guess what? Since I don't respect you, come follow me over here. It's essentially the same thing, because all this is a connection. And he's connected to you. So by him being connected to you and he pulling you over there, he's telling you, no, you follow behind me, we going over here. What does that say? It says a lot. So the problem is you got to get him or her to understand they need to be with you and need to be following you. It's the other way around. The problem is, Rex, come here, buddy. The problem is they don't respect you enough to listen to what you got to say. So that's why it's a lot of things that you have to deal with when it comes to correcting them from these issues. And you will find that most of them will actually create a tantrum because they're telling you, it's like a 5-year-old inside a toy store. You're telling him he can't get the toy. He's telling you he wants the toy. And if you don't give him the toy, then he's going to start acting out. Most kids, they act a fool and they don't give a damn. It's the same thing with kids. It's the same thing with dogs. They're going to act out and they're not going to give a damn. You got to be ready to ignore that don't give a damn behavior and do what is required of them so that they can get past that point and you can stop the bull crap from happening. That's the biggest problem. So once that happens, you will start to the dog will start to gain more respect for you because you showing the dog that is what it takes to follow behind a leader. It's never nothing personal. It comes down to proper direction with correction. But people are scared of the correction part. They just want to just have the direction and have the dog listen to them, but they want to walk around the whole correction thing. No, your dog needs correction. That's a part of letting them. That's a part of communicating to them what they're doing wrong. You have to have the correction. No treats, no positive rewards is going to get them over that behavior. They have to understand that this behavior in this moment, it is deplorable. I'm not having it, and it is not tolerated, and it won't be tolerated. So you have to be prepared to correct them. But when people do corrections, a lot of times people do corrections wrong. I watch them. So their dog, let's say I'm gonna use this as an example. I'll use my hand as an example. So like my right hand is the person, right? And my left hand is the dog, just for example. The dog is pulling this way. Why in the hell do I watch people correct up? It doesn't even make any sense with the force itself. All you're doing is going along with the force and correcting in that little moment over there. That's not gonna get the point across. What you need to be doing is correcting in the opposite direction. Because if they're going this way, you're trying to tell them to go this way. So the way you go there, the way you force them to go this way is correcting in that direction. So when you're correcting and the dog wants to go left, it needs to be a correction. Watch out. It starts loose leash, and it goes correct. I like to go correct and then tension this way. So it's correct and then tension this way. And what that does, I tell them in the moment, nope, I don't like you. That first correction is to let them know, nope, I don't like what you did over here. And now that you got corrected, you need to come over here. So that's what makes sense in that type of predicament. Or let's say he goes this way. It's the same thing, vice versa. You want to correct and you want to pull over towards the direction that you're trying to get them at. Let's say he decides to sit on you. Some of them, when they try to get a little tantrum and start acting out and acting a fool, some of them will sit on you. Like you'll be walking and they just will sit on you. A lot of times, I like to do the same thing. So it's literally, if I'm walking with the dog and the dog is sitting, and I need to go this way, and he decides to sit, there's going to be a correction in the direction I'm trying to go, plus tension until he complies. And depending on the situation, sometimes I physically move them with the leash out of that position, let them know that I'm going to overpower you. Because when dogs speak in their language, a lot of times they try to use their own force to get the point across. So it's just speaking in their language, letting them know that it's force with force. This is what allows him to know, look, I'm the dominant alpha, and you're going to come on me with this walk. Anytime you go on a walk, this is your walk. This is not the dog's walk. You're not taking the dog is not taking you for a walk. You're taking the dog for a walk, which basically means that he's coming along with you.